And we're live.
Why don't we get a competitive team like Optic?
I wonder what that would cost.
I mean, with the three of us combined, could probably swing the jerseys and shit.
Well, yeah, but we wouldn't be Optic. You know, they have some of the best. I've heard them described as the most talented team there is. You know,
we don't have to be us. We can go cherry pick.
right. Yeah. You know, if this team's going to be really, really good, I'm not going to be on it.
I think I should be on your team with my 0.0001 KD. I'm a pro.
Yeah, there'll be a tryout, Kitty.
We can get you in at the bottom, but you're never going to be on the main roster.
I'll be at the spawn going, what do I do?
Every basketball team has to have that one white guy that's good at warming the bench.
Hey, I watched Duke play last night. They beat Clemson with 4 white guys.
What was I going to say? Yeah, people say Optic is the most talented team. They're just not the best tacticians. They haven't had the time with each other that like an Envious has, for example. So, you know, I don't know. We'd have to get some real pro talent to roll at that level.
No, what you need to do is you need to use me as a decoy. I'm not going to mention the girl's name, but she's a female gamer that I play with. And these guys are being really, really vulgar to her. So the next lobby, when they were doing it, you know, oh, you want to suck on my whatever and all this, she's like, yeah, that gets me really hot. And, like, she starts talking really dirty to them, and they just completely lose focus, and we just rolled over them. That team, like, that's what you need. You need to find someone like her, the hot voice, to flirt with them, knock them all off, and then you've kind of taken them out of their comfort zone. And you just roll over.
Could you get her to call me in a little while?
Right. No. That's why I didn't mention that.
I was talking to Fizz about that the other day. You know, because I was talking like MLG is nowhere near where it should be, like size wise. It averages what 600,000 on like an event on an event stream, like on the weekends, 600,000 hits or something like that. That's nothing. And I was talking of like they need to integrate some things from the WWE into MLG. You guys don't agree?
WWE?
Yeah. Like have
yelling,
time, like before the round begins, have one team like 2 minutes on the mic just talk shit on stream to the other team. Then they play the game. Then whoever wins gets the right to talk shit back.
So here's my thought on that. Like, first of all, I think a little smack talk might be pretty interesting to add to it. Like, I see where you're coming from. At first, I was like, no, this is a terrible idea. But as I thought it through, it's like, you know, I bet I'd like to see that. However,
I'd like to see rivalries being started. I don't want this handshake and shit. I want two teams that clash that's got bad blood.
I see that. The challenge is this. Those WWE guys, they actually have some talent. Like, they practice those rants. They work on that. These guys are half, you know,
MLG wants to be taken like
actors.
a sport, right? Well,
I'm just saying, I predict that if you get, like, a Pistola out there, who's I don't know him, but you know, I like the way he plays. I like the way he holds himself. But if you get Pistola out there and ask him to be, you know, some WWE trash talker, it won't be his forte. He'll be terrible at it.
Yeah, but he might be terrible at it. But what if you get a whole team full of good trash talkers that can't play worth a shit, but people show up just to see them trash talk the other team?
Dude, I would love that team. Just guys out there. Yeah,
that's true. Everyone's saying white boy.
Yeah, white boy for captain.
Really
I'm just saying it would be so much more interesting if there was like a little bad blood between, you know, teams or like the Red Sox and Yankees. I don't watch baseball, but if the Red Sox and Yankees go into the playoffs, I don't miss that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
The Yankees in general, if they aren't in it, it's like, oh well, maybe next year. You know, they add something to baseball playoffs.
I mean, there's so much bad blood. Those teams hate each other, and they're in this like they have to face each other like first round every year.
Man, so who do you think would be the best trash talker on the circuit? Like, do we know any of these pro guys?
I think Stainville's probably a pretty good trash talker.
Who?
Stainville.
I don't know Stainville. I'm thinking of Fear itself. You know, would he be able to talk some trash? Ogre?
I just don't get how it's so small over here when you go to, you know, other places like Hong Kong and stuff, and the turnout's massive. For these, well, obviously it's not MLG over there, but their equivalent event.
A lot of the problem with MLG is they're making money. They're making pretty good money, but the players themselves are making nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason to become a pro player at this point in the game because, like, for example, they got an event in Dallas coming up. It's what, $10,000 first prize. All right. Well, you got to split that $10,000 four ways.
5.
So 5 with the manager.
The coach.
And that's and that's what, $1,800 or something like that. And then you got to play.
That's not even going to cover your flights, let alone your hotel bill.
Yeah, you got $1,800. You got 3 hotel bills you got to pay. You got a flight there and a flight back. You also got to take a day off work.
Yeah, it's not really based on the prize money though, right? Like the more successful teams are able to get sponsorships from headsets, from Dr. Pepper, Doritos, or Old Spice, or whatever, and some of them make $1 million a year, I'm told. But
Halo, like I was talking to Stainville I'm talking to Stainville from Envious yesterday, and he says he's about ready to get out of it because there's no money in it. You actually lose money.
A private conversation.
That does sound like it might have been a private conversation, but Kyle's just as savvy drunk as he is straight. But yeah, you're right. There's not a lot of money in pro gaming, unless you're one of those lucky guys that gets the sponsors.
Yeah. How much longer do you think
brand yourself
making 3 figures?
What was that?
How long do you think T-Square going to be making 6 figures would reach? Not long at all. Halo is dying. It is dying at a rapid pace.
Oh, not afraid to lay that out there, huh?
No, I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
Halo is dying.
I said that in a video recently, and everyone went wild on me. Because in my mind, there's 2 major FPS players right now. There's, I guess, what I'll call the Battlefield series and the COD series, right? You know, that includes Bad Company and Battlefield linked up. They have a new engine coming out for their next release. It's supposed to be the COD killer. I don't think it's going to be my cup of tea. I think they're going to have gigantic maps with slow gameplay, and it won't be for me. But it might divide the FPS community. You know, it'll get a lot of people who do love it.
Most people are stupid as shit, Woody. Like, people are like, Battlefield, it's better than Call of Duty. Like, you know how many people on Battlefield right this second as I'm talking? I just checked. 43,000.
Get out.
That's every platform. That's PC, Xbox, and PS3 combined. 43,000.
Oh, wait a minute. You know, what if we were to take that fractured Battlefield community and unite them? The number would be a lot bigger than 43K if you said, how many people are on Battlefield, Bad Company 2, Medal of Honor combined?
All right. Let's say this, Woody. How many people are on the PS3 version of Modern Warfare 2 with all the hacks? I bet you it's bigger than 43,000 on
doubt.
one platform.
Mm-hmm.
And that game's older than Battlefield Bad Company 2. And it's got hackers that just ruin the whole scenario. I mean,
hackers
the fact is...
COD?
No, Modern Warfare... PlayStation had a jailbreak happen on Modern Warfare. So Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4, World War on PlayStation are unplayable. They got people going invisible, God mode, nuke counters that last forever. Like basically what Xbox was when it first came out. Is what's happening on the PlayStation now. And that still has more users than Battlefield does at, prime time on one console. I mean,
I just want to call out with the PS3's problems. When Modern Warfare 2 first came out, the Xbox had bigger problems than the PS3 in terms of being hacked. When COD 4 was ending, the PS3 had bigger problems than the Xbox. And now the PS3 is having bigger problems again. So to cover that, COD 4 first stage, PS3 was bad. Modern Warfare 2 second stage, Xbox was bad. Now PS3 is the bad one again. I mentioned it was cyclical at one point, and guys were crazy. They acted like that was the most ridiculous notion in the world, that the PS3 hardware is inherently superior, and that there are, all the hacks belong to the Xbox because it's the big piece of junk. And no. Truth is, they both have their issues, and they'll both keep popping up and getting solved.
What's really annoying me at the moment is I can't connect to any unhacked COD 4 lobbies. They're all speed hacks or whatever. Like I've tried for 3 days. I think actually I was talking to Kyle at one point. 7 games back to back, different lobbies, all hacked. I just ended up throwing my controller out the window.
That's weird because me and Socrates have been playing a bit of COD 4 lately. It's kind of funny. Me and Socrates got on the other night. We played Black Ops, COD 4, and Modern Warfare 2 in one night. But COD 4 was by far the most fun of the three, and we only ran into one hacked lobby like after hours of play. And it
Yeah, I
was a
just
team
can't get
tack.
into
We just
that.
backed out.
That was Xbox, right?
Yeah, of course. Oh, you think I'm getting on a PS3? I want to be able to talk to Sock.
But I think we're talking about the PS3 having the worst hacks. That's what you're talking about, right, Wings?
Yeah. PS3 got jailbreak, so every game that's not Black Ops on the PS3 right now that's multiplayer is unplayable.
That's funny. Get on PS3.
Kyle.
I've got one. I mean, people when you say stuff like that, people are like, "Fuck you!" I'm like, dude, I got one sitting on my entertainment center. It's not like I'm an asshole here. I'm just being honest.